All right, welcome to this weekend market analysis. We are really not going to waste much time because everything depends on market volume. Okay, if the market volume is not really good, you are likely not going to have anything good or much to talk about the market. So you want a very busy and healthy market for you to be able to find something to talk about, something to trade, a very healthy environment for you to analyze. Okay, and so let's just very quickly look into the Forex Factory economical calendar to see those high impact news announcements that are scheduled for this upcoming trading week. Well, one thing I have also noticed is that the fundamental events in the calendar are also dropping in their numbers. They are reducing. As you can see, this week have just five high impact news announcements. Um, Not sure what's going on, but it seems trading activities tends to be slowing down and really not healthy for price action traders to make money. Okay, not healthy at all. But at any rate, we'll keep following the market until we find very valid trading opportunities and very healthy market to trade. Okay. All right, the employment data for the American dollar was released this week Thursday or last week Thursday, depending on when you're watching this video. For the Canadian dollar, it will be released this upcoming trading week, and so you should expect market reaction on that news announcement. We also have interest rate announcement for the Australian dollar scheduled for this upcoming trading week, and so you have to keep that on your notepad. These are very high impact news announcement, except that we are not really getting the much required market momentum or volatility when these news announcements are released. All right, so the entire price action is centered around the coronavirus pandemic that tends to be affecting market volume, but at any rate, like I said, we'll keep following the market until we find something good to trade. Let's just cruise through a few pairs and see the market condition, but generally I am seeing a very slow thin market behavior, low volume, low price action, like in the euro against the Australian dollar in the daily time frame. Well, you can see price has suddenly gone sideways, very quiet, even though we saw for last week price beginning to push to the downside. It is not clear yet. All right, it is really not clear yet. We saw how price began to create that area there as resistance. In fact, for this one here, all of these highs came in contact, in fact a confluence point with this level here, and so we got a reaction and price began to crawl to the downside again. But trust me, this type of price action is not healthy for any type of trading. If you are trading this market, well, chances are that you can be making money taking little pips, very few pips along the line. Then one solid push to the upside or to the downside can easily wipe off all of your little profits out of the market. Okay, so the best thing to do is to avoid trading in very thin low market volume as it is. All right, you can see the American dollar against the Swiss franc in our last review, in our previous review, the very last one, which said price direction remains to the downside. Last week, the bears were able to push again, but then they didn't take out the previous week's low. Okay, so if you look into the daily time frame, like we did analyze before, price was in a triangle formation here. You can see for last week price came up, gave a fake breakout right here. All right, this week sorry, that's last week, Thursday Friday, price was able to break out of that triangle formation. Well, this is again not still clear enough. The continuation pattern is not seen. Maybe a new pattern formation, maybe some sort of a range is forming, but you just need to know that, hey, price is sideways, the market volume is not good enough yet. It is still in hesitation in that congestion zone, so you want a clear headway. You want price to move out of that area before you can trade. Okay, so I will just leave this line like this for now, but I know it is not yet set for us to take any trade there. Now, looking into the Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar in the daily time frame, this is one of the best right now that I am following, that we have on our radar. It is one of the best price action setup, all right, for us. You can see how we are getting this level acting as support, double support, and we have a leaning line, all right. Usually when price gives that nice push, then goes into this type of congestion, it may, okay, may likely break to the downside then for a reversal move. But as this price is still within that range, still trading within that range, but I am very optimistic that we may be seeing a breakout to the downside. So as following our trading strategy, we will need to wait for price to break out of that level. Okay, we need price to break out of this level. So once we get the breakout, we'll begin to search for our valid opportunity. If price on the other hand push to the upside, well, I am sorry, we will not be interested in taking any trade. We'll be interested in looking for continuation moves as price breaks below this level of support. And for now, our directional bias in the Australian dollar against the New Zealand dollar is that price should go to the downside, and so we are more interested in short opportunities than going long. All right, let's look into the euro against the American dollar. Well, nothing different from last week. Price is still sideways. It is still very hesitant. After this move to the upside, we can now see a sideways bias, more of a triangle, okay, with this level acting here as support and this one here as resistance. So you cannot really trade very profitably in that type of range. At best, you want price to move out of this range. This is too much of hesitation, and you don't want to get yourself involved in those areas. Okay. All right, well, I think that may just be all, except if we want to glance through other pairs, looking at the sterling pounds against Australian dollar. You can also see the kind of range and very thin market volume all around. Not good enough for us. The Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc again. Hesitation there, thin market volume. We want price to break out of that range. Euro against the Canadian dollar. Oh, this is also another thin market volume there for several weeks. In fact, this is the weekly candle. You can see how price has been stored within that area. This is a terrible one, so you need to just save your money. Don't trade around that area. Okay. All right, again, let's just take one or two. The euro against the New Zealand dollar, I followed this throughout, looking for possible entries. In fact, as at the time price broke this level, we also shared this chart. So the time price broke that level, we were actually looking for pullback to that area for us to go short, but it didn't happen. You can see how price just kept pushing to the downside. Well, at every time you want to respect your trading strategy. Since it didn't pull back, we didn't take the trade. It was just a straight fall, and so we didn't take any trade. No trade, no harm. Nothing here. It is currently trading around support zone. We will keep following to see what happens. The American dollar against the Australian dollar against the American dollar. This is another terrible one. You can see the sideways bias, very thin market volume. I just want to show you guys this so you see what we are facing in current market condition. Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar. Look at that, very thin market volume. You have to run away from that. Okay. Australian dollar against Swiss franc. You can also see very thin market volume for so many days. You can't trade here. It is really a no-go zone. All right, do not take any trade here. You can go on and on and on and on. All right, but the market condition recently is not really healthy for us. Look at the euro against Japanese yen again, very thin market volume. So the best thing you want to do is to possibly take a break. Just keep checking the market from time to time. Once things improve, definitely you will get to know about that. If you are in the VIP channel, we'll let you know. But for now, it does happen. Take a break. Don't you worry, the market is always here. If we find anything valid, we will let you know. Okay. All right, thanks for being there. Be patient. Hopefully things will improve in the market. It's something we cannot control, so the best we can do is to be patient. Thanks for watching. If you have questions or contributions, feel free send them to us privately on Telegram. We'll be very ready to respond to them accordingly. Okay, do have a nice time. Bye bye.